Acknowledgements Alliance members, the Filth Wizard here. During my time trapped here on this festering colostomy bag you call Earth, I've consumed an unholy number of shockingly inept films to sustain my precious bodily fluids and grow strong enough to enslave this pathetic vomitorium of a planet. But I can't just consume any bad film willy-nilly. It takes a certain caliber of crappy cinema to restore my cosmic powers. It has taken me millennia to understand the exact formula for a movie that's so laughably incompetent, it actually becomes enjoyable to watch. For simplicity's sake, I refer to these delicious morsels of film as a perfectly inept movie, or PIM. In the interest of advancing the Alliance and assuring your place by my side when the crappy end times occur, I will share with you the key elements that make a PIM and how to create a PIM rating. The following rating system is a refined version of the teachings from an ancient hallowed human text. There are 6 key elements when combined together form the perfectly inept movie, or PIM. They are cheese, bad acting, fun to crap on, ineptitude, what the fuck, and overall fun. Each element is judged on a scale of 1 to 10. If I haven't exceeded the capacity of your feeble human mind yet, then let's break these down. Category number 1, cheese. The perfect cinematic fromage is one of 2 things: over-the-top campiness and unoriginality. When rating the cheese factor of a potential PIM, ask yourself these questions. Are the costumes, sets, and music a bit too much? Don't let dated styles hold you back on this. Do jokes and lines make you audibly groan?
'Cause I'm an undercover cop.
How much does this film rip off other films or genres? An example of a 10 PIM cheese rating would be the Village People movie, Can't Stop the Music. I mean, look at this.
My time is now!
Nothing makes the PIM energy rush straight to my cosmic Schwanstucker faster than an abysmal performance by an actor caught in headlights. The worse the performance, the higher the PIM rating. For a perfectly inept movie, bad, good, good, bad. Ask yourself these questions. Is there an obvious lack of acting training?
How could you have done this? How could you have committed suicide?
Did the director cast their talentless friends and family? Is there an established actor that's either phoning it in or making unfortunate choices?
I can't talk too long. I gotta poo.
An example of a 10 PIM bad acting rating would be Troll 2.
I am Credence Leonor Gilgud of ancient Druid origins.
Oh yes, that's the stuff. Inject it straight into my... Bad movies give us a safe place to be the petty, judgmental beings we are, despite the fact that many of us would not be able to make a decent film if our lives depended on it. Making movies is not easy, but there is no shortage of folks high on passion, but low on the desire to look up basic, widely acceptable film 101 techniques. They'll churn out a movie that you can't see, can't hear, and even if you could, makes 0 fucking sense. Then hold red carpet events and plaster it on Blu-ray like they just reinvented the cinematic wheel. Crapping on a PIM makes us feel better about ourselves. That's why us pretentious fucks flock to content centered upon doing so. When rating the crapping on element of a potential PIM, ask yourself these questions. Were there constant moments to poke fun at? If watching with friends, did you laugh and talk throughout, possibly having to pause and rewind? Was there a lot to discuss afterwards? An obvious 10 for fun to crap on would be The Room. There is not one frame of that movie that doesn't deserve endless scrutiny.
Don't touch me, motherfucker.
This is probably my favorite category. It speaks for itself, except for one important distinction. We've already covered the cast, So Ineptitude deals with rating everyone behind the camera. Now we're talking about glaringly obvious mistakes that even the most filthy of casuals can SMH. Equipment in the shots. Boom mics, sometimes an entire crew member. But this also includes quite a lot of other commonly violated pieces of the filmmaking puzzle. Bad scripts with terrible dialogue.
And Betty, one of the nation's most notorious shoplifters.
Nigga, what the hell are you talking about?
Delusional directors that commit to bad ideas. Casting choices that boggle the mind. Editing that leaves you lost and confused. Cinematographers that shoot out of focus and don't understand basic framing. Sound is so bad you can't hear, or better yet, had to be completely dubbed over.
Ooh. Hi. Ooh, look who's here. I'm Nikki.
Costumes chock full of prominent moosecles and sets made of construction paper. Questionable use of green screen and animation.
Oh my!
And my personal favorite, the producer's bold assumption of a sequel. Spotting these mistakes truly scratches that PIM itch, and will inevitably bring my world domination to an early arrival. A 10 in Ineptitude would be Birdemic.
Hi! Hi!
Here's the menu.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with you.
I mean, there's so much to unpack there. Where do you even begin? The what the fuck element covers the level of pure absurdity in a perfectly inept movie. This often comes in the form of individual scenes that will blow your fucking mind. But the WTF factor can also come in more broad strokes. Do you find yourself asking, what the fuck is going on? And the classic question, how the fuck did this get made? AKA the general wonderment that this film actually exists. A perfect 10 for what the fuck would be this tender mother-son scene from the Italian zombie flick Burial Ground.
I need to feel you near me. I need to touch you. When I was a baby, you always used to hold me to your breast. I loved your breast so much, Mama.
Michael!
Oh yes, I can feel the crap coursing through my veins. The sixth and final element is probably the most important. Overall fun. A movie can exceed in all the other categories, but you still just didn't like it, or aspects of it. This can be somewhat subjective. Perhaps there were fleeting moments of enjoyment plagued by boring scenes of walking through seemingly endless tunnels and jungle. Perhaps there was a shrill character that ruined everything. Perhaps a pervasive religious message made you contemplate Breen-style genocide. Or perhaps the other categories lacked, but there was some X-Factor charm that inexplicably tickled your fancy. Ask yourself, will I remember this film fondly? Do you eagerly await recommending this film to other Alliance members? Do I see myself watching this again down the line? A 10 for overall fun is without a doubt Miami Connection. If you don't like this movie, then you are simply rate each element on a scale of 1 to 10 and divide by 6 for your average final score. You may find it helpful to pick your favorite PIM and use it as a reference. For me, the definitive, perfect, inept film of all time that's provided me with more evil cosmic power than any other is Samurai Cop.
Are you Fujiyama?
Yes, I am.
10s across the board for me.
Bingo.
Each of the 6 elements may have a different reigning champion film. For example, a phrase that often gets thrown around during Alliance rating discussions is, the acting was bad, but was it Birdemic bad?
I felt that I was more of a sales and marketing type, so I switched to a high-tech sales career.
Quick example, another favorite PIM of mine, Never Too Young to Die. For cheese, it's got some wild 80s style going on, hokey dialogue.
Fork over some ram cake, bitch! We would tenderize your butt.
And it's trying hard to be a James Bond film of sorts. Pretty damn cheesy. I give it a solid 9. The acting wasn't atrocious, but poor John Stamos seems terrified throughout, and Gene Simmons should have stuck to his day job. Remember, the worse the acting, the higher the score. 7. Not one scene goes by without something to crap on. Perfect 10. There are no glaring mistakes other than Stamos planting one right on Vanity's nose. Did they really not have another take? Ill-conceived concept, this rocket thing, and some questionable casting. 7 for Ineptitude. Somewhat the fuck here, obviously Gene Simmons' portrayal of an evil crossdresser, including a musical number, over-explaining in case the concept is too difficult to grasp. The entire sex scene with Vanity will make you cringe into another dimension. Then sprinkle some pointless Mad Max on top, another 7. And then 10 for overall fun because it's stupid and I love it. Average score comes out to an 8.3, which feels right. Previous scoring systems often resulted in scores that felt off. The PIM system consistently hits the mark. So, that's how to accurately rate the perfectly inept movie. It may continue to evolve. I'd love to see you guys go forth and inflict it on the unworthy. Until then, I am the Filth Wizard, and this is the Cinematic Crap Alliance. You know what to do to help out. If you wish to partake in enslaving the world one bad movie at a time, then find us on Instagram and officially join the Alliance.
We love you, Satan!